Dare to prove. Sunday worship from the Bible? You can't. Sunday worship is one of the most widely accepted traditions in modern Christianity. Churches are filled every Sunday morning. Sermons are preached, songs are sung, and millions believe they're honoring God. But here's the bold question. Can you prove Sunday worship from the Bible? The truth is you can't. Now, before emotions flare, let's deal with facts, not opinions. The fourth commandment in Exodus chapter 28:11 clearly says, "Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." Not the first day, the seventh day. That's Saturday. Genesis 2:2-3 tells us that God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it. He rested not because he was tired, but because he was establishing a divine rhythm of worship for humanity. The Sabbath was made holy before there was ever a Jew. It's a creation command for all people. Mark 2:27 confirms this when Jesus says, "The Sabbath was made for man, not for Jews only, not for Israel only, for man." That means you, me, and everyone else. So here's the challenge, especially to skeptics, pastors, and believers who've accepted Sunday as the Lord's day. Show one verse, just one, that says God changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. Show one verse where Jesus or his apostles commanded Sunday to be kept holy. Show one verse that calls Sunday the Lord's day, sanctified or blessed by God. You won't find it, because it's not in the Bible. What you will find are verses showing Jesus worshipping on the Sabbath, Luke 4:16, his disciples keeping the Sabbath after his resurrection, Acts 17:2, Acts 18:4, and Hebrews 4:9 declaring that a Sabbath rest still remains for the people of God. So where did Sunday worship come from? It came from Rome. History tells us that in the 4th century, Constantine, a Roman emperor, passed a civil law in AD 321, making Sunday a day of rest. Later, the Roman Church claimed authority to change God's law, and most of the world followed. Even the Catholic Church admits this change. In fact, they boldly state that Sunday worship is their mark of authority, and that Protestants, by worshipping on Sunday, are following their tradition, not the Bible. Let that sink in. Sunday worship is not based on Scripture. It's based on man-made authority. This is why it matters. In Revelation 14:12, God describes his faithful people in the last days. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. The Sabbath is part of those commandments. To ignore it is to ignore God's law. Revelation 14:9-10 also warns of a mark connected to false worship. It's not about a chip, it's about obedience. And the Sabbath will be the dividing line between those who follow God and those who follow tradition. So again, I dare you, prove Sunday worship from the Bible. You can't. The Bible is consistent from Genesis to Revelation. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. It has never been changed, revoked, or replaced by divine authority. The real question is, now that you know the truth, will you follow it?